In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use PBWorks to create a wiki, and this is a website that you can share with others and collaborate with. We're going to make sure that we use the education side, so it's pbworks.com/education, and then we're going to hit get started. Okay, over here obviously you want to do the free version, unless if you want to spend the money on these other ones you can, but most classroom teachers just go with the free version. Your address can be whatever you want it to be, and then you would just create your account here with your name, email address, and your password. I already have an account, so I'm just going to hit log in, and it's recognizing me there, so I just have to put in my password. Okay, now what you see here are all of the PBWorks pages that I belong to. This one right here that says eaglelearning.pbworks, that is one that I use with the trainings that I do. This one here that has my name is actually one I used in my classroom, and then the other ones are just different wikis that people I know have created and have asked me to be a part of. So if I wanted to edit one of these that I already have, I would just click on it. Let's just go ahead and go into the one I use for my classroom. Now you can see here whenever you look at this that I used graphics to enhance that home page just because it's a little bit more enticing for students whenever they go to it. And I have separated out which grade level. So let's just go into the third grade one actually and see what we've got in there. I've got vocabulary. This is a link to their vocabulary page where it says matter and school supplies of the future. Those are actually just units of study that we did. So if I go into matter, you'll see here again different links, and these are situations that the students were using in class. Snow day, for example, gives them this scenario, and then they created this timeline and then inserted the timeline as a picture. That was something that third graders did. If I wanted to go back where I was, I would go back to third grade. Here's matter, all the rest of those. Let's go to the examples of matter. This is an example where students were in groups, and then as you can see here, they went out and took pictures of solids, liquids, and gas, and then inserted those pictures into the wiki. So that way they would have basically their own study guide right here. Okay, I'm back at my front page right now, and here is how you would use this. Let's just say that I wanted to go back into third grade and I want to create a new page for the students to use. So right here where it says create a page, I would click on create a page. The name of my page, let's say it's scientific method. I'm going to hit create page. Now whenever scientific method comes up, this is my new page. You can see it's already ready for me to start editing. But if I were to just save right now and go back out of this, it would want me to verify this page whenever I come back to it. It can be kind of confusing for kids. So the easiest thing to do is just to go ahead and put something on this page to begin with, and then kids can start editing after that. So the scientific method, I'm going to just type out the steps, and I think I'll use those as study guides for the kids. So steps, question, hypothesis, procedure, test, results, and the analysis, conclusion. Now, I'm going to hit save and continue. Only one person can edit this at a time. So if I've got a room full of 25 kids and I've got one page, only one person can edit that. Only one student will really be engaged at a time. So I'm going to highlight the word question and I'm going to click on add link. Okay, so this is saying that it's going to create a link. I can browse pages and files. And whenever I clicked on that, it's automatically saying, do you want to create a new page titled question? And I do. So I'm going to click on insert link. Now if you remember what I said earlier, I'm doing this by creating a new page, but I haven't actually put anything on this page yet. So whenever I come there, it's going to be a little bit tricky for the kids. Let me do that again with hypothesis. Highlight it, click add link. Browse pages and files. I do want a new page, and I'm going to hit insert link, and I would continue on with that. Okay, so you remember that I need to activate these pages, question and hypothesis. So the easiest way to do this is to click on question. It's asking me if I want to create this page, and I'm going to click create page. And then I should type in definition of question. Hit save. I'm going to go back to where I was. See, question is there now. Scientific method, click on hypothesis, and I need to create this page. And then hit save. And that's it. That is all done. Let's go back to the scientific method now. You see what this looks like. Okay, so if I want to type in definition of question, this is what my students will actually do. They're going to come up here and click on edit, and then they will just be able to type down here below just like it could on a Word document or anything like that. You do have to give your kids an account. So if you go to users and you click add more users, you can type in their email addresses right here. You have to put a comma in between all of them. If they don't have an email address, you can get them a free one using ePals, which is great. Right here where it says create accounts for your students, you can just use this tool. Let's say I've got 25. I want them to be writers, okay? They are going to be able to write on my wiki, and then I'm going to click continue and see how it gives them these usernames that are generic and passwords that are generic. I can just print this out. I'll put my students' names in here so that way it's easy for me to remember. And then I will just cut them into strips and give them to the students, and so that way they'll know their username and their passwords. I think that PBWorks is a very user-friendly wiki, and it is something that is easily editable. You can add these images in so that way it looks a little bit friendlier to a student, and you can collaborate very easily with those different user accounts and also with other people's wikis as well.